gracious host for the hot seat, Greg Cardone.
I want to welcome everybody today for another beautiful afternoon and an interview with a super surprise guest. I'm real excited to have him on. And welcome to the hot seat. This is Greg Cardone, your host, brought to you by Maximus Films. Today, I am super excited. I haven't seen him since we finished this film and we had a blast on set. Ryan Masterson, welcome, buddy.
How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing great. When I heard that we were going to get you on here, I was like super stoked.
I was pretty happy myself to have to do this. Actually, it was a little bit of a surprise. I was asked and had the time to make it happen. So
glad you're here, man. The more the merrier. You had a great part in this film.
I did. It started out small and we kind of expanded from there.
And what was the name of your character?
It was Billy Ray Schwarzenegger. Oh, Billy Bob Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry.
And how were you his like illegitimate son?
That was the joke we shot for after a couple other scenes. Like I said, we started the first scene and my character really wasn't a character. And we just kind of expanded on that and almost in predetermination of a sequel.
That's crazy. How did you get involved in this film? Did you know somebody?
I actually did. I'm very good friends with the producer and writer of this film. And he kind of approached me. I'm not an actor by any means. I've probably been in a couple, newsreels and things here and there, but I played music and, he just liked the way I was and kind of just gave me a quick ad lib is how it started. And then it just kind of, it's like people like the character and wanted to see a little more of that. So
you definitely fit, that character. And it's amazing now when you can look back and say, you know what, that was the perfect cast for that role. And this person was the perfect, the characters became believable, in there.
I do. Yeah.
What was your most exciting moment while you were filming this?
There were so many good spots. Honestly, before I even shot the scene, just my exciting time was spending a whole day on set, just watching people do their thing. We had a lot of volunteers, a lot of people that worked real hard on that, just making this whole project happen. And that itself was, amazing to watch. But, always acting in the role is going to be everyone's favorite part. But, yeah. Just seeing the way the whole thing's put together is probably the best experience, I would say.
Oh man, I feel you, and that is the predominant emotional expression that we get from the people involved in this film. They all were like the way it came together, So something was done right in the making of this film.
Oh, I think a lot of things were done right, but it was something that we didn't expect to be as big as it actually became.
Exactly. Well, we have a clip of you, not telling you what it is. You didn't see this as a surprise. And we're going to take a look at it. And you're going to explain what went on in this clip when we come back.
Good to see.
Well, hey there.
How you doing today?
Oh, I'm all right. What can I do for you?
Maybe trade in my old truck here, get something a little nicer.
This piece of shit? I ain't buying this.
Well, you don't got to be a dick about it. I won't need nothing from you anyway if you want to act like that. Piece of shit.
Asshole!
All right, we're back. So, Ryan, or Billy
Yes,
Bob
sir.
Schwarzenegger, What went on in that scene, and how did you feel in it? What did it bring you out? You personally come out in the scene?
Well, actually, yeah, that was the first sporadic scene that I was given. That was the first scene that he just wanted to throw me in to just kind of feel things out. And he kind of gave me an ad lib and breakdown of, hey, this is what I kind of want to happen, but you use your own words, do what you want to do. And it made it really comfortable. And it was, I think, a 1 or 2 takes shot, and it went, which was great because I believe, if I remember right, it was at the very, very, very end of the day, like before we locked the gates up on the property we were on.
Yeah.
And it just worked out. It was great. And that's when he decided, hey, let me throw you in a couple little things here and there because people like what they see. But it was just natural. And it was a good little take. I believe I'm on the car lot trying to sell a crappy used truck that I have. Although the truck actually wasn't bad, but she's no longer with us. She actually caught fire shortly after that. I'm a Tim the Tool Man kind of guy. More power.
So actually, when you tried to get into the truck, it didn't want to open. And
it
then
did.
you were like,
yeah, that was actually a flaw that was already a problem with the truck.
and it worked great. You're like,
it fits so into the scene. That's why I brought that specific truck. Just kind of fit what we were going for anyway, and I happen to already own it. Hey, save on props.
that was great. And then you squealed out of the parking lot.
Yeah, well, like I said, it actually did have some horsepower and stuff, but
what is the best thing that you could say about this movie? And like you said, nobody expected it. If you expect, you'll be disappointed. But give us a little bit of that.
The best thing I can definitely say about the movie is you go in expecting cheesy B-rate, and the platform I saw was more cult classic. I mean, it really just hit a lot of people like in a different way. It was more like, just the older style, but it wasn't necessarily cheesy. It had some comedy moments, but it was far beyond your just cheeseball B-rate that you see on a daily.
The movie's so bad I have to watch it. This movie, you'll watch it and you're like, okay, where's the next? This movie is like a Frito-Lay potato chips. You just can't watch one movie.
You can't have one. You almost expect a second, especially the way we ended it. We had some better cut takes than we did like some main scenes. I mean, it just was great. It was just all around fun.
Now, if you had one wish, what would you wish for this film?
For it to make it. Honestly, I want to see more people see it. I want to see more exposure for it. Because honestly, what even as I said in the last comment, I mean, what we all expected to be a cheesy B-rate flick actually just had a little more substance than that. I'd like it to get more exposure and more people to see it because I think they'd really enjoy it. There was a touch of historical classical comedy, and then there was that little bit of horror mixed in, like thriller. It was just a great movie to watch. No one in any genre could sit there and not keep a straight face during that.
People always laughing, just like, oh my God, because there was a lot of improv in there because that was the natural reaction that you got, and it was like, oh my God, that was unbelievable. I
always get told my mouth is more than it should be.
It's when you were saying like future cult classic, that that's a retro statement in here, but one of our guests had mentioned, and it totally blew me away. I don't know why I didn't think of it. He was like, to see something like this at a Comic-Con. And it blew me away. Like, imagine going to a Comic-Con and there's a grinders.
I think
You
that's
know.
actually, I think that's hilarious. I don't see it being why we would be brought up at a Comic-Con, but I think that's great. They're probably tying in at this point in time. The people that are into those more nostalgic type films are the same people that play video games, so that would make sense.
You just and I was like, yeah, I could see that.
Me too.
How long you said you did some interviews, television interviews? Were you like
I've done some stuff in my younger age. I lived on military bases and things like that. So, smaller towns, smaller things happening. And, I've ended up on, I guess, a camera, what you'd call a camera, not film, but a camera, and done some live interviews for different things and news broadcasts and stuff. Just it's right time, right place.
Yeah, you look like that man on the street.
Yeah,
Excuse me, sir.
I won't deny that.
Excuse me, sir. Now, this was your first film, for what I was advised, like a feature type film.
First feature.
What advice would you give to somebody that you were able to experience it firsthand?
Honestly, I gotta say, I mean, it's I won't say it's easy, but it's more comfortable given certain freedoms, such as mine started, like I said, as ad libs. So given certain freedoms and certain people's decisions, I mean, it could be very fun. I could have had any kind of, as we've seen from some of the scenes, I mean, I had fun with it. I really just did whatever I thought the character would say. And if it didn't work, we could always cut and start over. I mean,
yeah, not too many times.
Not too many times. Well, like I said, the one scene that was my first scene, I believe, was a one and done. We did it a second time just to make sure, but it went the same exact way, and it was one and done.
That's it, man. That's what it's all about. First scene is the best because they only get progressively worse from there.
Well, honestly, I don't know if I 100% agree. We had some really good outtakes that were just shot with three of us. Three of them.
Sometimes, you know what? When you need, look, we got to get this done. We can't be, can't be screwing around.
Yeah.
That's a serious moment. It's like, okay, bang. All right, good. Everybody's happy place, right, Andrew? And, but there are times where some of the scenes that's the way it's going to be.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
We actually, we had to fit the character for the scene that it was. I mean, and that's just the way it went.
Well, Ryan, you made my day. Like I said, it's a beautiful day for an interview, and this journey that we're going through, with our grinders hot seat, is almost coming to an end. We put together, a bunch of our actors and crew on here to give everybody a little bit of background insight, and like, this is the guy. When you look in the movie, I'm not being, but oh, there I am. I'm that guy right there.
I think I look better in the interview than
but I'll move a little bit. I know we're going to pop it full screen, but then we'll be going into our regular hot seat interview, which will help promote others. We're done promoting us. It's, we'll always promote, but we want to help others, come on also. And we want them to benefit and get some of the recognition that they need to move on and, be more successful, in their projects. So again, thanks for being on with us. I really love it. Hope, we have a little Grinders, reunion party here, or I think we're going to do a premiere. We're kind of working on that once it's released. So
I'm hoping for a sequel myself, man. I'm gonna make them have a scene with me and you in it together. Bro.
Yeah, yeah. There was a few people that I didn't, scene with, or be seen with, but I want to do that.
Well, I remember you were actually one of the first people that made me feel comfortable the day that I stopped in for my little first scene. So
did it? Thanks. You know what? I don't care who you are, you say hello to everybody, and that's how you get good cohesiveness with people, on the set. So again, thanks for coming on. We appreciate that. So if anybody out there, you want to help promote yourself, which I don't see why you wouldn't want to promote yourself, tell me. You can email us at the hot seat 813, because we're in Tampa, at gmail.com. You'll see it right below us, and all the credits in the end. So thanks for being on, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Hot Seat.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Really windy over here, Bob.
Huh?